Baby, you are gonna go broke showing turkeys like these. It's turkey time. Gobble, gobble.
Hey, listeners, at the time of this recording, we were watching Scooby-Doo on Tubi for the commentary. Unfortunately, at the time of this episode's release, the movie is no longer available on Tubi, but it is pay streaming on Amazon Prime. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Let's Talk Turkeys. I'm your host, Movie Miss, and I'm being joined this week, as always, by my co-host, Drive-In Dave. How are you doing today, sir?
I am fantastic, and you know exactly why I am fantastic.
You are grinning from ear to ear right now.
I've got a huge nerd on right now.
So we're going to do something a little different today, listeners. We are going to do our very first Let's Talk Turkeys commentary track, and we're going to do it to the 2002 Scooby-Doo movie, which I was shocked to find out was only rated PG at the end of the day. Very shocked to find that out, especially after reading all the trivia and facts, which we'll get into later. I love this movie. I haven't seen it in years, so this will be a first time watch in like over 15 years for me. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to the most.
I watch this a lot, but then I'm a huge Scooby-Doo fan, which I'm sure everyone who listens to this knows by now. So I watch it a couple times a year. I love this movie. I was shocked too, especially like you said, reading the trivia and the behind the scenes stuff that it's like, I'm glad that they did it though, because I don't want to, I've watched a movie that is essentially an adult version of Scooby-Doo, like a horror version, and it was fine, but the Scooby fan in me was like, no, we can't allow this to happen.
So this movie, a breezy hour, 26 minutes, which I appreciate. Rotten Tomato critic score, which is why we're covering it. It's a turkey. They've got 32% and a shocking 39% for audience. Where's the love for this, y'all?
I think a lot of Scooby fans, it's divided. From what I've seen in like groups on Facebook and such, it is very divided on whether this is a good movie or not, because I think some people don't like when they take Scooby down the stoner area, which I mean, technically they don't do that here, but they kind of hint at it. And then I don't think they like so much the adult humor. They want classic cartoon, family, innocent Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Then you got the camp that's like, no, we want it to mature and grow and, be, we're adults now. We're okay to have like sex jokes and, stoner jokes.
Right.
So,
and they don't really go full throttle on that either.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of where the divide happens. It's hard to get a definitive answer without being called, every four-letter name in the book in the groups, because, it's the internet, people.
So the movie had a budget of 84 million, box office worldwide of 275 and change, which is why it got a sequel.
Bringing that up, I don't know if you caught this in the trivia, that one of the reasons they suspect it got such a high box office was because this was the movie that at the time was showing the trailer for Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
I came across that in the trivia, and I think it's hilarious that devoted fans of HP ran to see the first trailer. This was before the internet when you could just watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, and it makes sense because, Star Wars fans did that. I think Marvel fans have done that in the past before the internet. So it does make sense, but it's hilarious that basically Harry Potter made Scooby-Doo a huge success.
You could say, New Line is the house that Freddie built and Scooby-Doo is the house that Harry Potter built. So this movie was filmed in Australia. They actually built the Spooky Coaster and the Spooky Castle area or whatever, which is still there to this day. It's a tourist attraction, which I think is so cool.
It would be much cooler if they turned it into an actual theme park. I mean, this movie makes you want to go to that theme park.
To what do they call it? Spooky Island?
Spooky Island.
Yes, I want Spooky Island.
I do too. I mean, I think every horror fan and Scooby fan alike would love to go to Spooky Island.
So the film was directed by Raja Gosnell, written by James Gunn. And I guess in 2017, for the 15th anniversary release, James Gunn was being interviewed for this, and he revealed, or did a commentary track, I'm not sure, revealed that CGI was used to remove cleavage in the movie. to get it down to the PG rating, which I think is hilarious.
I mean, like all you had to do was just not do the cleavage, but it wouldn't have been that hard because I'm sorry, I love Sarah Michelle Gellar, and I can never pronounce the woman who played Velma,
Linda Cardellini.
Cardellini. It's her last name I have so much difficulty with. I love these actresses, I do, but when it comes to cleavage, they are not the two names that come to mind.
Well, they could do a Jennifer Love Hewitt like she did in I Know What You Did Last Summer and just pad the shit out of her bra.
That was heartbreaking.
But you did mention the cast, so let's jump to them real quick right after we do director here. Raja Gosnell. He did Home Alone 3, Never Been Kissed, Scooby-Doo's 1 and 2, Beverly Hills Chihuahua, both Smurf movies, and Show Dogs. So this seems to fit in his wheelhouse for sure.
It does, and it also explains why I've never watched any of his other movies.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed with Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
The moment you said it, I knew you were. I mean, if you put a dog in the movie, I know you're going to be obsessed with it.
Well, and you've got this precious little Chihuahua, and Drew Barrymore is the voice for an hour and a half. Sign me the hell up.
Okay, first off, those words do not belong together. Precious little Chihuahua? No. Chihuahuas are the spawn of Satan.
Says the man who owns cats that are evil as fuck. Come on now.
Yeah, but cats are smart evil. Chihuahuas are just basically like rage-induced little monsters.
Agree to disagree, sir.
Cute. I'll give you credit. They're cute as hell. But I mean, that's the kind of dog that's going to try and eat you in your sleep.
So James Gunn, everybody knows that name now. Guardians of the Galaxy films. He wrote, this is the writing, not directing. Guardians of the Galaxy, The Suicide Squad, Super with Rainn Wilson, which is a hilarious movie and a little sad, and the Peacemaker series, which I also am obsessed with. I love his writing.
I have a love-hate relationship with the man at the moment. We won't get into it because...
Okay, fair.
Yeah, but he's a great director. He's a great writer. Not so much a fan of the man.
Okay, fair. So the cast, excuse me, I'm losing my voice from being sick.
You got excited. That's what it was.
I know. Yay. Well, because Matthew Lillard is in this as Shaggy.
There are very few guy crushes in this world that I have. Matthew Lillard is one of those guy crushes. The man is so awesome. And not just like as an actor, but as a human being, he is so freaking cool.
Agreed. And then Linda Cardellini as Velma, as you mentioned, Sarah Michelle Gellar as Daphne, Freddie Prinze Jr. is Fred, Rowan Atkinson is Mondavarius, and Isla Fisher as Mary Jane. That's the top billed cast, and we can get to everyone else as we go. So apparently, this is a little bit of trivia, which we can discuss real quick because we're doing casting. Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr., apparently they went through a lot of people, which we can get to later for these roles. But when they landed on Sarah Michelle Gellar, they wanted her to get Freddie to do it with her because they were a real life couple. And so they wanted a real life couple to be Fred and Daphne, which I think is funny because technically they're not really a couple in Scooby-Doo verse. Really?
No, they've never crossed that line. Well, okay, technically they have. In Mystery Incorporated, the two-season run that was on Cartoon Network and everything, they officially did become a couple in the series. But it is very few and far between where they've ever pulled the trigger on them being a couple.
Yeah, so that was interesting to me. Okay, so IMDb plot. After an acrimonious breakup, the Mystery Inc. gang are individually brought to an island resort to investigate strange goings-on. And for those of you that don't know, acrimonious is angry or bitter. So they have a nasty breakup, Mystery Inc. does. And then they all get lured back to this island. That's a pretty simple, straightforward plot.
And that works for Scooby-Doo. You want a simple plot. Plot description should be simple. Scooby-Doo is simple in and of itself. I do want to thank you on behalf of us stupid people for explaining that word because I was thinking the same thing of what the hell does that mean?
You're so funny. I had to look it up.
I have not yet pulled the trigger on the getting a word a day calendar. So yeah, I'm still a little behind on that one.
Your luck, acrimonious wouldn't be in the first year anyway.
Probably not.
All right. So what do you say we hit play on this bad boy and get started here on this this film?
All right.
So for those of you who want to follow along at the same time, we've got the movie loaded up, paused on the Warner Brothers logo has changed into the SD. logo, and we're going to hit play.
If you're counting down people, it's about 15 seconds in, I believe.
15 to 16 seconds.
Okay.
All right. So you ready?
Yes.
In 3, 2, 1, play. I really like this version of the song that's playing over the opening credits.
I do too. I've never been able to watch this without like bopping my head along,
Right?
trying to get the torque going.
So we get title card right away, which I love, and Scooby-Doo's voice saying it, which is awesome. Scooby-Doo's voice is Neil Fanning. And I also like this part too, where they open on the end of a case in progress. They're like wrapping up, and we get to see how they screw up, but yet still manage to solve a case.
I enjoy it too, because to me, this is the one part of the movie that actually feels like the cartoon come to life.
Agreed, 100%. Because they're doing something, except for this with Fred, this nonsense about making him obsessed with himself, where he has to look in the mirror to make sure he looks good. I didn't like that.
It was a little. I mean, I think every Fred fan kind of agrees that he comes off like that a little bit, but they never fully address it in the series.
Yeah.
The traps failing stuff, I always love that. I think that's great.
Yes. So the one thing I wanted to mention about Scooby-Doo's voice, Neil Fanning, the actor, he didn't have to show up on set a lot of the time, but he did, just so he could do his lines off screen with Matthew Lillard, and they ended up becoming fast friends because of it.
That shows you how cool Matthew Lillard is. He becomes friends with everybody.
Right? I want to be his friend.
I do too.
So everybody who listens to the show knows, and people that know me know, I despise CGI in movies. I hate it. I was not excited for that when I went to see this at the movies when it first came out, but it's grown on me since then, because I realized you couldn't really do a correct Scooby-Doo without making him CGI.
No.
Look at these antics with the barrel and shit.
It's one of those movies that the CGI works because it being so cartoony anyways.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. So the ghost has hold of Daphne, and they're screwing up this plan. It's so fantastic. I just don't know how they don't see that the ghost is like on a wire or some shit, because we don't see it.
At this point in the case, they've probably had this career going for so long. And okay, I'm marvelized by the fact that her skirt is not falling down right there. That just blows me away.
Agreed.
That's the most fictional thing of the entire movie. It's not the talking dog. It's the fact that we don't see the skirt falling down. But
in an R-rated movie, it would have.
oh yeah. Well, an R-rated movie, this would have went a lot darker.
That's what I've heard, actually.
I would be interested to see the script that didn't get made, just to see where they were going to go with it.
Well, apparently it was just a lot more obvious stoner stuff and marijuana jokes and lesbian stuff with Daphne and Velma, which we can talk about when we get to the scene later. But yeah, it was a lot more adult content.
Which I don't want to see, but at the same time, I do kind of want to see it. I'm torn. I'm so torn on that.
It's what you said in the beginning, though. We either wanted a wholesome, fun Scooby-Doo romp like this the whole time, or take it all the way into R-rated territory. Don't skirt the line like they try to do.
Yeah. You gotta go one way or the other. You can't go down the middle.
I absolutely love Matthew Lillard's Shaggy. His voice is so great.
He's so perfect for the role.
He does it for the cartoons and stuff too, a lot of them, right? Or did?
Yes, he took over in 2009 when Casey Kasem retired, and then he started doing it, and he's the perfect Shaggy.
So one of these girls here trying to get Fred's autograph is actually Raja Goshnell's daughter. She wanted to be in the movie.
That's fair. I mean, every director puts himself or family members in the movie. Look at M. Night Shyamalan.
So Pamela Anderson here showing up for her cameo. I guess that was a big, huge thing with the trailer for this, was her front and center. And she's in it for like 2 minutes.
It was sad because I remember when she was popular and big, and now I don't know what she's doing, probably selling donuts down by a boardwalk somewhere. But I love the fact that you have a big star, because it kind of is a nod to the Scooby-Doo movies at the time. when they would have the guest stars like Don Knotts or Cass Williams.
Right.
I'm sure most listeners that are under the age of 21 don't know who the hell I'm talking about.
They can Google it. Oh, that's right. A helium suit. That's why there were no strings for the ghost.
Yes. I didn't want to spoil the surprise.
It word for you meddling kids and your dumb dog. It's right out of the cartoon.
I love it when they do that stuff. When they bring in the cartoon, it's just so great.
Right? I love the mystery machine too. How fucking rad is that?
I want a mystery machine. I really do.
I looked it up because I wanted to know what kind of van it was. Because I was like, I wonder, it's a 1972 Bedford CF, whatever that is. But it's really fucking cool.
It is. It reminds me a lot of, except for the doors opening the way they do, it reminds me a lot of the 18 van. He's just, Aww. He's so adorable as Shaggy.
He is. Fred's the big banana. Daphne's the pastrami and gum flavored ice cream. Velma's the sweet and sour mustard sauce. That sounds disgusting. Scooby likes it.
One of these days I'm gonna get high because it's the only way I can do it and try a Shaggy sandwich with just all the weird crap on it.
So this is where the rift happens. Velma says she quits. I go, Daphne's like, you can't quit. I was going to quit first.
It's so weird too. Like at the time going from her being Buffy to being her being Daphne. And it's such a weird contrast.
Oh, speaking of which, she had to bounce around in 2-week intervals filming Scooby-Doo in Australia and Buffy in LA. She was going back and forth because Buffy was at its height.
And apparently this was a wig she was wearing because they said that
Fred too.
Yeah. Well, Fred, I thought they said he did have to dye his hair because he had to shave his head after.
Well, yeah, they started with a wig. And after a few scenes, they went to him bleaching his hair because they didn't like how the wig looked. And they left it in the movie. I can't find it where the wig is.
I think the early years, this period here was the wig. And I think when it comes in later, I believe is when it's his real hair.
Yeah. So now we cut to 2 years later. Everybody's gone their separate ways. And it's like, here's the marijuana thing, the smoke, the song.
All pot jokes coming up here.
Talk about toasted and they're making toast on a... I like the do-rag on Scooby's head.
Oh, chocolate sauce, hot sauce. This just sounds so disgusting, but I want to try it.
You'll notice it's an eggplant burger.
Yes, I'm sure you're going to say
trivia for that. Go for it.
Yes, because Casey Kasem wanted Shaggy to be a vegetarian, and so they made him a vegetarian.
He was.
Yes. But the thing is, most of the time he's not a vegetarian. It's in the original series, and then there's a few, but a lot of the shows he is not a vegetarian.
Did you know, I forgot to mention this earlier, the Luna Ghost was supposed to be the original villain of the whole entire movie, and they scrapped that for some reason?
Yeah, I saw it, and it works though, because I don't know how you would have made the movie that being the whole ghost. Like,
the ghost being the villain would be a little boring, probably.
Yeah, I think they kind of needed to go the direction they did with this movie, because it seems a little bit more plausible. And there's a lot of, I believe this came after Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. And there's a little bit of a correlation there, because in Zombie Island, they split up for a while and then come back together to start solving crimes, or mysteries, technically. I would call them crimes.
So Spooky Island, the guy gets Shaggy and Scooby to go there, not because they're going to pay them $10,000 from the mysterious Maldivarius, not because they're going to get free airfare. It's because they're going to get them all the food they can eat for free. That's why they agree to go.
I mean, that makes sense. I would do the same thing. If you offer me a free buffet, I'll go anywhere.
So Fred and Velma and Daphne are meeting up at the airport now. They're all bumping into each other. Now, Fred's telling Velma he was on the book tour circuit. We were actually going to get scenes of him doing it, like being on his book tour.
Yeah, we were supposed to get scenes of all of their backstories, like where they were in the past 2 years. But apparently they said they cut it out because it was going to drag the movie down, which I gotta admit, I'm glad they did. We didn't
Same
need
thing
that.
with Velma's backstory. She was going to be shown in a support group. Daphne was going to be shown learning martial arts. She hated this getup, by the way, in interviews.
Yes.
She hated all the purple. She hated the boots. She always took them off every chance she got.
It's funny, like how many, the only one that ever came around to loving or actually accepting and enjoying the movie has been Matthew Lillard. Everyone else still despises this movie.
Yeah. Now see, here's his hair's different.
Yes.
Because it's been 2 years later. You're right. It was the wig at the beginning and now it's his real bleached hair.
He actually looks good as a blonde.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I freaking love this.
This is so ridiculous. This is like one of the
drag.
One of the best jokes.
It's a funny joke because he's obviously a dog in a dress. Like you're not fooling anybody.
No.
No one's stupid enough to believe that.
I love that they play into the fact that Fred is dumb. That is just so great.
Right? Oh, they're all still beefing. Velma's like, I wouldn't have come.
Although, if you notice, I don't know if you picked up on it, but like when they first bumped into each other, it seemed like Fred and Velma were on friendly terms. It was Daphne that started the hatred. Yeah,
it didn't get ugly till they showed up. Yeah, where Daphne is.
I mean, I like Daphne. That's like my cartoon crush for years. I mean, that's like, of all the things I could snack on through a cartoon, Daphne would be the one I would pick the most.
Not the Scooby snacks. You want Daphne.
Yeah, but she does come off like a little bit of a bitch in this. I'm sorry to say that word, but she does.
I like that they're going to Spooky Island, so they're actually flying on spooky air. The airplane.
I love the stereotypical teens, like whoever wrote, the people who wrote this, Gunn and them, obviously did not know anything about children.
Right. So they just showed Isla Fisher real quick, sitting there with all these people. And she's playing Mary Jane, which is really funny. Here she is. She's blonde in this. She's a redhead in real life. Sarah Michelle Gellar is blonde in real life and plays a redhead in this. And I guess Isla Fisher tried out for Daphne.
And she would have been great. I mean, like, she's got the personality to play Daphne. She probably would have been, and I like Sarah Michelle Gellar, but she probably would have been a better Daphne.
Oh, yeah. This girl is freaking adorable.
She is. Although I like her better as a redhead, and that's not just because I have a thing for redheads.
Right.
But what's great is that dyeing the hair, the look. I did not know that was her until I read it in the trivia. I was like, oh, crap.
Yeah, and I always think it's funny that she's married to Sacha Baron Cohen, Borat.
How is that possible to be with that man?
She has a wicked sense of humor. I mean, I just watched the other day on cable, Wedding Crashers again, and she's so funny.
She is hilarious. Oh, Scooby and Drag is just, I can never get enough of that.
So while Shaggy and Mary Jane are flirting here, I want to tell you, apparently when this movie was in early development in the 90s, they had Jim Carrey tapped for Shaggy, Sarah Gilbert tapped for Velma, Kevin Smith directing. That project didn't ever, get legs. And then Mike Myers took over and said, I'll do it. And Janine Garofalo was going to be Velma, and Neil Patrick Harris and Lachlan Monroe were trying out for Shaggy. Knowing all of that, I am still happy with this cast that they landed on.
It's knowing Kevin Smith's directing style, that would not have worked. He would have made it a pure stoner movie. Which is hilarious because the man didn't even get into weed until he started hanging out with Seth Rogen.
Oh, that's funny. He probably has that effect on a lot of people in Hollywood, Seth Rogen.
I'm sure he does. Just for heads up, I've got a commercial break in about 3 seconds.
Okay, mine's still going.
Oh, mine's
They're
still going
arriving
too.
at Spooky Island.
Perfect. Mine skipped the commercial break, so we're good, people.
This looks fucking rad. I want to go there.
This has to be. I don't know why they didn't eventually turn this into a theme park. This would be huge.
I know. A splatterhorn. I want to go on that.
Ah, I love the robots, I mean, everything about this theme park just looks amazing.
And here we go. It's Mr. Bean himself.
And did you see where originally they wanted Tim Curry to play this character?
Oh, I didn't see that. That would have been crazy.
Yes. I still don't know why he passed it up. The rumor was he passed it up because of I think it was because of the jokes or something. He didn't like the jokes. It was
probably an earlier version of the script.
Yeah, but apparently James Gunn did say that they confirmed that's fake. That wasn't it. They don't know why he turned it down. Which would have been great because Tim Curry was the voice of Ben Ravencroft in Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. So he's already got a connection to Scooby.
Oh, okay. So he's telling them he's their host and I brought you here for a reason. And of course, leave it to Daphne. We broke up.
She's such a ditzy idiot.
Yep. So he's saying he thinks somebody cast a spell on the students of Spooky Island and he brought them there to solve the mystery.
They did a good job with him. I liked his character. I think this is because I'd never seen Mr. Bean. So this is like my first exposure to him. I love him in this movie.
I've seen him in all kinds of things. I love him in little tiny bit roles like Four Weddings and a Funeral and where he just pops up.
I loved him in Rat Race. He was hilarious in Rat Race.
So we get an example here of how the kids arriving to the island and the kids leaving the island are very different. The ones leaving are almost like Stepford kids.
Very creepy.
Really creepy. This place is freaking gorgeous. The beach.
It is amazing. I love the little totems. I'm not going to complain about the girls in bikinis and tight shorts.
I was going to say.
Great scenery. Ooh, Frankenstein in the background.
Ooh, evil Easter Bunny. Spookapalooza. Scooby's very excited about that.
So, you haven't noticed anything unusual since you started working here?
So, Velma's asking a dude in a mask if he's noticed anything unusual. He's not going to talk to you, Velma. Calm down.
I love that.
Really funny. So one little weird side note. Do you know what Scooby-Doo's middle name is?
Yes, I actually know his full name.
What's his full name?
Scoobert Cornelius Doo.
I love it, Scoobert.
This is actually one of the few, I guess I didn't realize it, but there are not many movies that have actually revealed both Scooby and Shaggy's real names.
What's Shaggy's full real name?
It is Norville Shaggy Rogers.
Oh, that's right. I know I've heard that.
If I ever get married and have kids, I'm going to beg my wife to name our child Norville.
Oh, she's going to have to be a special lady to go along with that.
She's either that or she's going to have to be drunk when I bring it up.
The ceremony is really fucking cool, but I would be unnerved. Like, I don't know if I want to be here right now. This guy's pretty creepy looking with his fucking head tattoos and shit.
He is, but let's be honest, you're going to be paying more attention to the half-naked guys and the grass skirts.
That's pretty hot too.
The island's got something for everybody.
Right? This is a neat trick, the hologram in the fire.
And if you look at the hologram in the fire, that brings that kind of touches on what we see something later on in the movie.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I like the dude standing next to Velma's impressed that she noticed the holographic projectors. He's like really turned on by brains and
I love it. I'm one of the few people that I can go either way with Velma's
I
sexuality.
can go either way.
Yeah, it's like she could be. I like her gay and I like her straight. It doesn't matter to me. Like either way, she ends up with great, boyfriends, girlfriends.
Yeah.
This joke is so dumb. I love it.
I love it too. Got a bag of hamburgers for you, Scooby. Okay, I'm going.
I love how easily they get tricked by food. Like that's the one weakness to Shaggy and Scooby is just food. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh, the claw machine. Shaggy, you are not getting Mary Jane a gift tonight if you're doing the claw machine. Those things are evil. He got it on the first try.
And it's a head.
It's a severed head.
I kind of wonder if in the original one, if it was supposed to be reversed and that like she was supposed to give him head.
Now, I forgot to mention, they all split up and decide they're going to solve the mystery individually. And they like Daphne's, I'll be the first one to do it. This is so crazy. So she stumbles upon the beach on this shack of the Voodoo Maestro is what he's called in the credits. It's Miguel A. Nunez.
He's hilarious.
I absolutely. He's so pissed she interrupted his ritual. He's using a fryer chicken. There's a little chicken, naked chicken.
It's the middle of May.
It's the middle of May.
He played this role great. He really did.
I love him in this, but my favorite thing from him is in Friday the 13th. I don't know. Let me think. Part, 5 or 6, where he plays Demon, the older brother in the red leather, looking like Eddie Murphy from Delirious. He's a rock star and he's in the van. I think he dies in a porta potty.
I think so. It's been a while since the only Friday the 13th ones that really stand out are like the first couple of ones.
Holy shit. He's in the porta potty going, ooh, baby, and then he gets killed in the porta potty. You don't remember that?
It's been years.
Those damn enchiladas. Anyway, he's funny. Oh, here's Scooby going through the forest. Now, hamburgers this way.
Who is not going to fall for that trick?
I know, right? Give me
Hamburgers.
burgers.
The only
I
thing
like how the bag lights up.
It should have been hamburger should have been spelled wrong.
I know, that would have been even more funny. Uh-oh. Some monster or creature? What?
And these are terrible, terrible visual effects, but it works so well for this movie.
CG, yeah. Oh my God.
I love how to Scooby, the only safety he needs is to not see the monster. Keeping the bag on is going to keep him safe.
Right? Instead of running away, he just puts the bag back on his head. So this is some kind of demon creature thing, and we don't know why or how, but oh, he gets flung. Aw. Shaggy and Mary Jane are having this cute little date, and here comes crazy Scoob. Evil Easter Bunny.
This is apparently some kind of like character or something. I saw it. I didn't take the note down. I should have, because I didn't realize he was going to be showing up this much in the movie.
Aw.
She's
allergic
cute.
to Scooby. She's so cute.
She is so damn cute.
All right, what do we got? Daphne's finding. Oh, now she wants Shaggy and Scooby's help. Okay.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
because no
listen
one's
to his
going to the
line
castle.
here.
Because castles have paintings with eyes that watch you, and suits armor you think's a statue, but there's a guy inside who follows you every time you turn around.
So his line about not wanting to go into the spooky castle because eyes in paintings watch you and suits of armor have guys in them is
Yes.
from the very first Scooby-Doo cartoon episode that ever aired called What a Night for a Night.
Oh yeah, I
I
remember that.
love that.
You could tell it was written by fans of Scooby-Doo.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
I love the little Hong Kong Phooey.
Well, where that came from?
Now they're going to go in this spooky castle. That just has bad idea written all over it.
And I love how the only two people smart enough to realize this are Shaggy and Scooby.
I don't think it's because they're smart. I think it's because they are genuinely chickens.
Oh yeah,
They're
no,
scared of everything.
but that's smart. There's time you have to know where fear kicks in to tell you not to do something stupid, and the rest of the gang doesn't listen to that.
You know what else I thought was funny? Oh my God.
I love that. A nod to the cartoon of Shaggy jumping in Scooby's arms.
Yep. I also like how she goes, the only thing missing is a mindless zombie, and then Fred walks in. So I thought it was funny too. If anybody knows Buffy, the show, and watches Buffy, they often refer to themselves as the Scooby Gang or the Scoobies.
Oh
So
yeah,
I thought that was hilarious.
it was
It
like
was
she,
like full circle.
yeah, she had to play this role, even
She
though
was
I mean,
meant to.
she's my favorite live action Velma. No one, or not, excuse me, Daphne. Favorite live action Daphne. No one has nailed the character other than her, but still not as hot as Daphne should be.
Well, you know, speaking of which, some of the casting rumors that I found on the internet was that they wanted Jennifer Love Hewitt, Jennifer Aniston, Christina Applegate, and as I mentioned, Isla Fisher. So there were some people up for this role.
Isla Fisher and Jennifer Love Hewitt would have been good. I think they would have been able to pull off the hotness as well as the character.
The hotness.
Well, I mean, Daphne's hot. Yeah, you got to give her
I
that.
know,
She is
I know.
hot.
A medieval sizzler. I would not eat any of that. It's got to be wax, right?
I would assume it's wax, but Shaggy and Scooby not going to care.
Because that's true. The spooky castle that they're in, this is a ride, it looks like. That's just not working because they look like there's like goblin carts on a track or something running through it.
I think it's supposed to be like the haunted castles and stuff that you see at like amusement parks where you go through and like the guy in a ghost costume jumps out and says boo.
Yeah.
Obviously on a much better level here though.
Dorky chicks like you turn me on too.
Dorky chicks like you turn me on too.
It's
That's
so dumb.
terrible, Fred.
Oh,
Oh, eyes are watching. Ooh, spooky. Oop.
she's got this adorable pouty face though.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
She really does. I mean, she had it in Buffy too.
Uh-oh. So an Oompa Loompa apparently was spying on them. What is this guy dressed as? What is he? He runs and turns the power on. So now this ride is all like functioning. Oh, okay.
And the meat comes to life.
That's my favorite part of the night. Oh, this looks dangerous, this ride.
I'm sure it is if you're, doing what they're doing. I'm sure if you're in the cart, it's not as bad.
Right. How ironic that Shaggy and Scooby would be taken away by food.
I think
up by hot dogs or sausages.
I think it's very disturbing that the man-eating turkey on the wall has a very sexual look to it. Makes me think of a movie I saw a few years ago named Teeth.
Oh my God. Let's not talk about that one. Not right now, anyway.
Let's never talk about that one. That gave me some nightmares.
So even though it was a teeny tiny role, our little voodoo maestro, apparently they wanted Anthony Anderson for that as well, but he had to back out due to filming Kangaroo Jack.
He made the right choice on that one.
Really? Have you seen Kangaroo Jack?
Yes, it is terribly fun.
Okay.
I mean, how can you go wrong with Anthony Anderson and Jerry O'Connell?
I suppose. Yeah, Jerry O'Connell is really good at comedy.
He is hilarious.
I mean, there's a movie that like nobody's heard of called Buying the Cow, and I'm in stitches with him all the time with that one. And Ryan Reynolds too is in that one.
Oh, two hilarious men. Ryan Reynolds is another man crush.
Oh, I think everybody has a crush on Ryan Reynolds, whether they admit it or not.
Oh yeah.
That was weird.
And I just picked up on the fact that it's hilarious that it's meat that tried to kill them, and they're supposed to be vegetarians in this.
Oh, that is funny. No, Scooby's not a vegetarian. Scooby's trying to eat everything. He wanted
That's
hamburgers.
True. That is very true. Scooby will eat anything.
Oh, leave it to Velma to find the secret passageway.
So good. Reminds me of the time we tried to eat the guy in the hot dog costume. It's like something in school.
It scarred that guy for life, I'm sure. Oh. Oompa Loompa's watching them. Uh-oh. This is not going to go well. What are they stumbling on? It's a ride. What could possibly be hidden?
Well, it is Spooky Island, so there's always got to be something hidden.
Oh, there's like a main control room. Fred accidentally turned on the training video.
Welcome to America. I am using the language English.
This video is hilarious to me.
Welcome to America. I am using the language English.
Oh boy. Lights, camera,
Oh.
action. Let's go.
The set that Shaggy and Scooby have stumbled on looks like something out of the 50s.
It's
And don't.
okay. This right here.
Interaction between you.
The reason this makes me laugh is because I get Saved by the Bell vibes from this.
From these silly videos showing
Yes.
Sorry, bro.
the do's and don'ts of interacting with other teenagers. It's so silly.
Situation should be handled.
Ah.
People have a language all their own.
You know, I'm going to mention this now, but Roger Ebert, I usually don't bring up his reviews of movies we do because he pretty much hated everything unless it was, you know,
Some kind of artsy fartsy
Sling
crap.
Blade or something, right? He gave this 1 out of 4 stars, which I wasn't surprised. But his reasoning is, and I have to kind of agree with him, this movie exists in a closed universe, and the rest of us watching are aliens. It's like he's kind of right in the respect that you don't feel like you're in on it and going along for the ride. You're just kind of an outsider watching this madcap shit happen.
I think that's the charm of it though, because this, like I said, to me, this feels like the cartoon brought to life, except for like some of the adult humor that they throw in and stuff like this. It's a very cartoony world, which is what I enjoy.
This part right here where Daphne's finding this weird box, it's almost like a fucking Da Vinci Code nonsense, and gets herself trapped here. It doesn't feel like a Scooby-Doo cartoon. Oh, she got out of it. Good job.
This is the part that kind of takes you out of it when they get serious.
Yeah.
It's like
Feels very serious.
this part here is what you expect out of a Scooby-Doo cartoon.
The Scooby belching is hilarious to me. Oh, are you challenging me? Are they gonna have a belch off? Oh, that's so gross. Oh, Scooby farts.
Look on his face is hilarious.
Oh my God. Oh. Oh. Daphne runs in and her face immediately. Oh, she's never going to find Shaggy attractive if she ever did. Oh my God.
Oh, it would be better if that actually turned her on.
It's like walking in on my dog in the bedroom. Turn around and walk right back out. All right, so the Oompa Loompa has sounded the warning alarm here for some reason. There's a warning alarm in the ride, and here come the bad guys.
The luchador is just.
Yes, what's with S&M Luchador here? What is that about?
I do not know. It is so stupid, but I love it because it's just being a wrestling fan. I mean,
so it's so serious now because they're all together finally, and Velma's like, this is obviously a secret hideout for brainwashing for an evil cult or something like that. It's like so serious. They found the Damon-ritis. That must be what that little box is that Daphne found.
okay. The whole them dressing up in the knight armor. Oh.
Shaggy. Or was it him or Scooby?
It was definitely Shaggy.
Oh my God. The sound of a tin can fart is hysterical.
Oh, I love it.
So they've made it out unscathed and they're back at the resort now.
Oh,
I don't know how you go party.
I got a commercial.
Okay, I will pause it so we can be
Okay.
synced up. And I will take this opportunity to tell you that Dairy Queen did a promo tie-in with the movie with a kids mystery crunch blizzard and toys to go along with the movie.
Ooh.
I know. I'm curious to see if that's on eBay or something.
Well, I'm hoping the blizzard itself is not on eBay. I don't think that aged very well, but
the toys.
Toys, yes.
21-year-old blizzard. Blah.
Hey, Shaggy and Scooby would do it.
I also want to mention when we were talking about Ebert, Peter Travers of Rolling Stone said that the ad for the movie is true. Believe the ad. And apparently that the tagline for the movie was "Get out your pooper scoopers because do happens on 6/14." So they thought they were being funny and cute by saying "do happens," but that's the perfect way to set up a reviewer for going, yeah, this movie's shit. Don't go see it.
I can't blame them because they're critics, and that's pretty much the joy or the job of any critic is to suck the joy. Yeah, it's like they want to suck the joy out of anything you love. I mean, like every movie I love, critics hate, and that's why I hate critics. Like this isn't made for them. This is made for people who just want to sit down and enjoy a stupid movie. This is not a movie like, if you're going to sit down and watch like a mind-blowing, spectacular movie, go watch Everything Everywhere All at Once. This is for people who just want to be dumb for like 2 hours.
Right. Agreed. People loved the silly stuff though, because Shaggy farting and Scooby farting won the Kids' Choice Award for favorite fart scene.
That's what this was for. It was for these people because that is one of the funniest fart scenes I've ever seen in a movie.
Yeah, especially with Lillard's physicality, with his humor, just being so crazy and funny with it visually.
It was almost like you could see like when they were writing that, if that scene was in the original, like if the script at any point kept from like when they were going to cast Jim Carrey or something, that was a Jim Carrey scene. That's something you would have seen him do.
Oh, it reeked of Ace Ventura.
It did, and it was perfect. And Lillard nailed that. His facial expressions just cracked me up.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, my commercial is over. I am at 36:32.
Okay, I'm at 35, so we're close enough. Oh, Fred greets him by saying, "Mr. Mononucleosis."
Fred's stupidity is just.
Yeah. So now they're trying to give him the rundown of who they think their suspects are, who's behind everything. What?
This is one of the few Scooby-Doo movies, shows, anything where they actually had me guessing who the villain was in this movie.
Agreed. It's so outrageous, and we'll get to it when it happens, but I would never have picked that in a million years, what they did.
No. And I have some personal issues with it, which we will discuss as well.
Okay.
I love him.
Yep. Of course, leave it to Velma. The brainy one's going to have to inspect this Damon-ritis thing and figure out what it is.
As much as I go on and on about how perfect Lillard is as Shaggy and how uh, Geller is like the best Daphne we've had, the same thing with Linda. She was perfect for Velma.
Agreed. She's also very good at comedy, and she does a great job.
She's kind of underrated as an actress. I feel like she does not get the credit she deserves for the small roles that she plays.
I was surprised that she didn't get the Teen Choice Award, but Sarah Michelle Gellar did as actress in a comedy for Daphne.
And she definitely deserved it because she was hilarious in this. I mean, for them not liking this movie, it's like they really should have because they did a great job.
So let me ask you about this one. How do you feel about this? Freddie Prinze was nominated at Teen Choice for, or maybe it was, no, he was nominated for a Raspberry, I guess, for worst supporting actor. He lost. You know who won that award?
I couldn't even guess.
Hayden Christensen for Star Wars Attack of the Clones.
All right, I got some issue with that because I love me some Hayden Christensen in Star Wars. He was really good. They got to get off of him. I mean, thankfully, it's coming full circle, and people are starting to appreciate the prequels a little bit more now, except for Jar Jar, which I can understand.
I like this part, the flashback where Velma's telling the guy that just met her, like the story of how they used to be back in the old days.
Fred's hair.
Yep. Every family has one nut, and here comes Scrappy-Doo. Even in the cartoon, I hated Scrappy.
Everyone hates Scrappy except for me. And the reason why is because like it depends on which version of Scrappy you were watching. There were like 13 Ghosts. Scrappy worked.
He's pissing on Daphne. How can you think that he's a good character? That's terrible.
Well, I mean, all dogs piss on people, and who knows? You know, maybe Daphne's into this kind of thing. We don't know what her personal life is like. You know, maybe she grew up as an R. Kelly fan.
Oh. So he's trying to like tell everybody he wants to be the leader and take over Mystery Inc. They kick him out, right? If I remember.
Well, I mean,
yep.
They have to because he wasn't in it anymore.
Bye. Oh my gosh. Yucca Flats is where they kick him out. Isn't there like the ghost of Yucca Flats or something as one of the cartoons?
I believe there was. I want to say I do recall Yucca Flats in one of the series.
Okay. Oh, everybody's here now. Big party in the room. And here's this demon coming up to the window and sees Scooby. Oh no. Monster. I like the way he says that. Oh, he hides under a table. Oh, there was a tell with Montevarious.
You caught it. I caught it too.
Scratching himself like he has fucking fleas.
Oh, and then the little name drop of Don Knotts.
Monsters. Now listen up. There is absolutely no such thing
as monsters, and here they come.
Oh, those monsters are terrible.
The CGI is awful. Yeah.
Even the design looks bad. I don't know. Are they rabbits? Are they dogs? What are they?
They're just weird demons. So he blasts Fred in the face with some kind of green mist and knocked him out. I don't know what that.
I took it as bad breath.
He had onions right before.
I mean, as dumb as this movie is, that's what I expect, is it to be bad breath.
Velma can't find her glasses, which is a classic bit. Oh, the monster gives them to her.
He's like offended by it.
She's trying to pull his face off because she thinks it's a mask.
Oh, that is just so bad, but it works.
Oh, got her with the onion breath. She's out. Oh, another one busted in. Run.
One of these days, I want to do that dive behind the bar move.
I know, right?
It just looks like it would be a lot of fun.
Oh, Daphne's going to try to, what, save the day somehow? Oh, she's trying to grab the Damon-ritis thing. She got it. Sticks her tongue out at the bad guy. Meh, I got it. Oh, a monster grabs Montevarious. Bye-bye. Mondavarius. Oh, and oh, Daphne, hit him with your purse. Good girl. There we go.
Oh, yeah, you got to have that line.
Got to have a Scooby-Doo, where are you? And he does it so well. Oh, Scooby's in a suitcase.
This is classic Scooby. I love this bit. And the little sound effect of the twinkle toes.
Twinkle toes. Oh, monster got it. Oh, what? Scooby's gonna give him a manicure with his teeth.
Oh, and the dust cloud.
Bye, the dust cloud. Yes.
Oh, stop for the sandwich.
Uh-oh. Go. Oh, I didn't get to finish. There you
Come
go.
back. Yep.
All right, so we got Daphne, Shaggy, Mary Jane, and Scooby now are all getting away. I like it. Oh, these monsters are clumsy.
The facial expression of the monsters is just great.
Oh my God. Out the window. This is a children's movie. Don't put them in this kind of peril. Jesus, that's 3 stories up.
Yeah, but they're going to get caught by the thing, obviously.
Oh, the canopy saves them. Okay. And the monsters are like, yeah, let's go.
And boom, right through.
Too heavy for the canopy. That's funny.
Oh, it's so dumb.
Oh, they're dragging some of the people away. Yeah.
Oh, that's a little dark.
It's a little dark. Oh, how funny. These dudes are not brainwashed cult members. Very observant, Shaggy.
College students. We need to follow them.
What?
Say what?
Save Fred and Velma.
Well, that's the world like mine.
Save Fred and Velma. That's a good plan.
Let the creatures eat Fred and Velma.
Oh my God. I love it.
He's the bravest coward in the world.
I like Daphne's logic, though. For the first time, they're the damsels in distress, not her. It's like, oh, she really has a hang up about that.
She really does.
So Velma, I forgot to mention this earlier. People considered for Velma, Alyssa Milano, Carla Gugino, and Christina Ricci, and Alexis Bledel.
Oh,
Can you picture any of those as Velma?
I don't know. I'd have to see what they looked like at the time of this
I
movie.
see.
Because now most of them I picture older because that's how I see them.
I could see Christina Ricci.
Maybe. The hard part with Christina Ricci is it's hard for me to see her as anything other than Wednesday Addams.
So Mary Jane made a distress call to the Coast Guard, and they're clearly in on it because they're not going to go help them. That's a bummer.
That evil look was just so pathetic, but I loved it.
I know. Well, it's one of those old gags where they go from the laugh of mwahaha to straight face. It's like, okay. Oh, how did they wind up passed out on the beach? Okay.
Something messed up is happening.
Sorry,
Oh.
I was distracted by Daphne's outfit there. That's actually kind of hot.
So they woke up and they're shocked now because the front of the resort looks perfectly fine, like nothing happened last night. Oh, here's Sugar Ray,
Oh wow, I remember when they were popular for like 6 months.
Mark McGrath, and Sugar Ray. You know what though? That this is fun. I would picture this kind of music at the beach party, or the pool party.
I was disappointed though when I learned that like one of the things they wanted was they approached Weezer to be in the band, and I would have loved that because I love Weezer.
To
And
be
they
in the
fit,
movie?
yeah, and like that would have been like perfect fit because Weezer's music. But for some reason they turned it down,
Oh,
and
I think Sugar Ray works. It's fun.
it does. I mean, he's actually kind of a cool dude.
Yep.
And to be fair, you do picture him at this kind of a resort.
Like he's singing right to Daphne, and Daphne's like, hello.
Oh, glowing green eyes.
Yep. Oh, he's looking at her with like this serious face. Oh, now he's looking at the band members all evil. Good job, Mark McGrath. You can act.
Yes. Oh, I love Fred in this.
Oh, he's got man flops on. I hate that. Men should not wear flip flops, open toe flip flops like that. What's with that necklace?
He's got to douche out. He's going full bro.
He is full bro. Uh-oh. Fred is spitting the green mist at Shaggy and Scooby. Run away.
I kind of
The
feel like
dog.
in the original script there had to have been a stoner joke with the green mist.
Oh. Uh-oh. S&M Luchador grabbed the Damon Ritus from Daphne. So she's...
I love the name S&M Luchador.
That's what he looks like to me. Oh. Leave Shaggy and Scooby alone. Sugar Ray can jump. Wow.
That's proof that white men can't jump.
They are in trouble. Ooh.
Oh.
Uh-oh. ATVs. Woo, bye-bye. That's how you get around the fucking island, yo.
That's the shit right there.
I like how they're wearing the
Oh.
proper safety gear just because kids are watching. Oh, Mary Jane hops on with Shaggy.
What is that jump? That's like a Spider-Man pose.
They can jump because they're possessed or something.
Oh. They must be. They're either possessed or they're on something because getting dragged like that, you're going to feel that.
Right?
Unless you're wearing a cup, you're going to be stinging.
I was just going to say his junk. Oh. Oh, uh-oh.
Oh, surprise.
Oh, Mary Jane is possessed. Or she's a demon or something.
I love the cute little giggle. Oh, so adorable.
She really is. She's evil, but she's cute.
So, like all women?
Pretty much, yeah. Oh, Scooby saw that. He knows she's not. Mary Jane is a man in a mask. Oh, Shaggy, you're whipped.
That's an adult joke.
Right? Your mom eats cat poop. Oh, don't fight over a girl.
Yeah, you don't picture them fighting over a girl. A sandwich, yes. A girl, no.
Right? Oh, Scooby went down a trap door. Uh-oh. Oh.
Apparently
That
her
was Amanda's
balls.
Voice.
Yeah, I think her balls dropped.
Friends don't quit, and he dives in after him.
I love that
this.
dot. That is so adorable. Oh,
I love them. Oh, he's in some kind of sand cave.
it almost looks like kitty litter because I think that little weed almost looks like a cat turd.
Ooh, gross. Go find Scooby. Go find your buddy. This is almost a little bit perilous for young children. Like it's there, he's in like danger.
It
like
is, but
Scooby.
kids at this age, like I was a little bit younger, but we were more mature back then. We can handle this stuff. Kids nowadays are spoiled by, baby sharks, so they can't handle the tough stuff, the real life.
The real life. This is cool. Like Spirit Pond or whatever this is.
This creeps me out a little bit. I mean, it's cool, but it creeps me out a little bit of like all these souls. And
Yeah.
they look like sperm.
They do look like sperm, and Velma's talking to him. He's going to reach in. No, don't do that. That's a bad idea.
Yeah, no.
Don't do that.
Every time I go to the bank, they tell me not to reach into the cups.
Oh. So Velma says, let go of me so I can return to my body. Are you serious? Off she goes. Velma's spirit. Oh, she makes it back into her own body. And casts the demon. Oh, that's what those demon things are. They're possessing the people.
Yep.
Got it.
Is it just me, or watching this now, knowing that they digitally removed the cleavage? I'm curious, how much cleavage did we see? Because there's a little bit.
It's a little bit right now. Oh, there's Fred's soul. Shaggy, grab it. He got it. Oh, someone spiked his root beer. Did you know that Freddie Prinze and Matt Lillard were in 2 other movies before this together? You know what they were?
I cannot think of what they were. I know him and Sarah Michelle Gellar were in movies together.
No, I'm talking these 2 guys.
But yeah, I can't think of what they were, though. And I know I must have seen them because I've seen Matthew Lillard's stuff.
So they were both in She's All That in 99. And they were in the terrible bomb of a baseball movie called Summer Catch the year before Scooby-Doo.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because I thought Freddie Prinze was in Wing Commander. But
that
I couldn't
wasn't
remember.
Before Scooby-Doo.
Okay. But I couldn't remember if Matthew Lillard was in Wing Commander, though.
No, they were in Summer Catch, which was awful as well. Oh, he pulled Daphne out.
If I remember right, my first experience to Matthew Lillard was actually, I think it was Hackers.
Me too, actually. Oh,
okay.
Daphne's
Now
not in her body right now. Oh, here comes the spirit.
There we go.
There we go.
I'm not going to lie, though. I wanted a chick fight, although it would have been better if there was Jello involved.
Out goes the demon. Yeah. Sunlight. Burn him up. Open the door, Velma. Bye-bye. So these demons are like vampires, apparently.
I love the blowing on it. Like, that's going to stop this from happening.
He's, uh-oh, poof. Okay. Oh, Velma's hair is different now. It's a little more sassy. Swept to the side.
She looks sexy as hell right there.
Daphne, you okay? Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But I'm not Daphne.
Fred is in Daphne's body. And Daphne just went into Fred. You know that they were going to do Velma and Daphne inside of each other, and then they had to kiss to swap their spirit back, which is some of the lesbian stuff that they had to take out.
That would have, yeah, that would have kind of ruined it. I don't mind Velma being gay, but not with Daphne. I love the looking at his cleavage.
Get your hands off me.
Yeah, that's not for kids.
No.
When Daphne is like, hey, I can look at myself naked.
Yep. But it's true. Any man, if asked, what's the first thing they're going to do if they become a woman? It's, we're going to look at ourselves naked.
Oh, Shaggy has the Damon-ritis thing.
Damon-ritis.
Oh, everybody's spirits went out of their bodies now. And they're all in each other. What?
I'm in.
Daphne's her again.
Yippee for you.
Velma's and Fred.
Like, why am I wearing a dress?
Shaggy's in Velma. I like it.
Velma.
And Fred is in Shaggy. Okay.
If my calculations are correct, due to the fragile nature of unstable protoplasm,
This is so weird.
Damon-ritis, we're simply going to continue randomly changing bodies
Until we get to the right ones. Yeah. Swap them out.
until a protoplasm realigns with the
Ah!
appropriate body.
Velma and Shaggy is weird.
Daph, what's wrong with you? Don't you ever eat?
Oh my God, that's amazing. Shaggy inside Daphne says, "What's wrong with you? Don't you ever eat?"
I love how when Fred was inside of a woman, it was immediately sexual. It's like, oh, I'm going to feel myself up. With Shaggy, it's like, no, he's just enjoying. Like, hey, I'm moving around. I want to get some food.
Yeah.
He never stops being Shaggy.
I love it.
Yes.
Okay, so they just stumbled on the voodoo maestro trying to do a ritual. Ew.
I don't know what that is, but it's creepy as hell.
Yeah.
That's what the ancient text describes.
Don't open it.
Plasma in the fat as an energy source. And leaders
Oh.
a purely good soul to complete the ritual.
Huh. Okay, so apparently to do this ritual, they need a pure soul.
Which apparently is nobody else on the island. That they couldn't find any other pure soul out there.
I guess not.
That is so mean.
Aha. I'm with Daphne. Taking over the whole world? That is so mean.
I love that audio clip is constantly used on Svengoolie.
It's so mean. So they have Scooby in a cage. I'm guessing Scooby is the pure soul that they need.
Which, again, seems a little bit weird.
Yep. So now it's been revealed. Mondavarius is the one that brought Scooby. Oh, he called him Scoobert. Scooby is surprisingly calm for being a hostage right now.
Well, of course, he's getting Scooby snacks.
Oh, that's a picture of him.
That is the cutest smile.
Oh, we do love you, Scooby.
Scooby's amazing.
He's trying to turn him against Shaggy. Yes, pet your Scooby. Your actual Scooby doll. That is what I'm referencing.
I was going to say, we might want to let people know that I actually have a stuffed Scooby with me. So
You are actually holding a doll. Yes.
yes, it's not what people think.
Why would you ask him? Would you like to be a sacrifice? What? Mandara Jagaga? What? Fred's an idiot.
I never realized that was a running gag of him constantly like
Saying the
mispronouncing the
name
name.
So I'm gonna do what I always do. I'm gonna eat myself a Scooby snack.
Aw.
And I'm gonna save my best pal.
Aw. I'm gonna save my best pal. I love Shaggy.
Oh, you think I'm gonna fall for that? Giving me my own nickname? Trying to make me
Belmster.
feel like part of the game.
Hey, give out nicknames. You get a nickname. You get. What are you, Guy Fieri? Calm down.
Could make a plan.
Well, he does have the blonde hair, and he is pretty stupid. So
That's never stopped you before getting caught, Daphne. That's a burn, but also really funny. Aw. All for one and one for all. Yeah, put your differences aside and save the fucking dog, people. Save the dog.
You would not be this enthusiastic about them saving the dog if it was a cat. You'd be like, no, let that little furry fucker die.
Roast him on a spit. Just use the cat. It's fine. But save the dog. All
We
right.
need
So
to
this is a good plan. I don't even remember how it all turns out, but I'm just seeing them grab this disco ball head thing, like clearly to reflect the light all over in the cave.
This is a very well thought out plan.
It doesn't seem very Mystery Inc. at all, does it?
No, usually the traps are a lot more very thrown together.
Right.
I want to say there's like a cage typically.
Okay. They're trying to hurry up and set this up and the ritual's starting. So you know they're going to fuck something up here.
I don't think there's ever been a trap that's ever gone right.
But it always works out for them, which is the best part, right?
Exactly.
Oh, yep. Shaggy's
There we go.
caught. Nope. Air Shaggy. Oh, ouch. Oh, shit. Oh, good Lord. We knocked that guy the fuck out. Good job, Shaggy, on accident.
It goes to prove Shaggy can take out dollar store Fabio.
He did look like that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Bad wig. Oh. Well, Scooby's being pampered. That's so cute. And they're fanning him with the big feathers. Oh, okay. So Fred and Velma are trying to join in this bizarre dancing, chanting ritual thing. Doesn't look forced at all.
That's a cool dance. I want to try.
Let's make it go viral. What the fuck is Mondavarius wearing? Oh, Shaggy's in this Fabio getup. Didn't even realize he knocked Fabio out here again. Boom.
Like he can't even feel the fact that he's making contact with the guy.
Right. It's like I call bullshit on that, but it's really fucking funny. All right, go, go, go. Okay. All right. So the big ritual's happening in the cave here. What's gonna happen? Oh, Velma's little friend is in on it. He's possessed too. Oh, Fred, you're exposed. Yo, home dogs. Oh my God, idiot. Mondavarius rolls his eyes. That's exactly what we've all been doing.
He's such an idiot. He plays it so beautifully.
End of the world party. Oh, he's got the Damonitis now. We're in trouble.
Those henchmen.
Sacrifice.
Oh,
The henchmen, what about him?
they're creepy looking. They're like the ones that had like the thing on their mouth for just.
Yeah. Oh, Shaggy's there. Scooby's like, I'm not leaving. I'm the sacrifice.
He's so dumb. He doesn't even know what a sacrifice is.
Yep. Oh.
I'm really sorry. I haven't been very nice.
Oh, he's apologizing. I love this.
You gotta trust me now. Trust me. I do trust you.
Oh,
Now look.
you're my best buddy. Oh. I love them.
They are just the best of pals.
He's a CGI, but it's one of the most believable relation. This is more of a believable relationship than Twilight.
Ah,
Oh. Run away, yes.
to be fair, the chair that Scooby's sitting in is a better actress than anybody that was in Twilight.
Uh-oh. They pulled out Scooby's soul. No. Oh, Mondavarius. Evil. He's not just evil, he is evil.
Which works because Mike Myers was going to do this.
Yeah, right? Uh-oh. So the Damon-ritis thing is on Mondavarius's costume, and it's opened up, and he's sucking up all the souls. Why did he need Scooby if he's sucking the rest?
Apparently, he went to the Shang Tsung school.
Your soul is mine. Oh no. Scooby. Nobody absorbs my pal. Grab him. Shaggy. Oh. Okay, so Shaggy accidentally knocked Mondavarius down, and all of a sudden everything stops.
Gratuitous ass shot of Daphne.
You're right. Oh, Scooby says, I'm free. Go get in your body. What are you doing? What are you doing?
They're trying to capture Scooby.
Oh. Okay. Scooby's just flying. There you go. Back in his body. Good Lord. Cowabunga!
Ninja Turtles reference.
Yeah, what the hell?
Oh.
Uh-oh. Man in a mask. Mondavarius. Fred, pull it off. Pull it off.
And it's a robot.
It's a robot.
That's a creepy ass. Yeah. That is a creepy ass robot.
Oh. What is happening?
Oh. What? Scrappy-Doo?
Scrappy-Doo is inside this robot costume.
Who could have ever seen that coming?
Fuck this guy.
Oh, come on. Scrappy's not that bad.
New improved Scrappy acting like a gremlin.
I kind of wonder if Men in Black got the inspiration from Scooby to have the little guy in the robot.
Oh, maybe. Oh, he's beefing up now.
He's hulking up.
Scrappy
He's hulking up.
He's hulking out, exactly. He's like gigantic. And he's got the weird little Damon-ritis thing like stuck in his chest, which is weird. Melvin Dew comes back.
Poor Melvin.
I love it when it comes back like that. So Daphne is going to try to do something to save the day. There's a scene, though, coming up. I'm not sure where. She's wearing this purple jumpsuit and then these bright purple boots that she's always wearing. And apparently there's a scene coming up where she jumps off of something and her boots turn into trainers, like tennis shoes or something. And then they cut and they immediately go back to boots again.
See,
so I'm wondering if this is the scene.
Yeah, this is the scene. I never caught that goof, but I think that's the thing is like in a cartoony movie like this, goofs work.
Well, I'm watching for it, and so far she's had the boots on. Now we're back inside, though. So when we go back to Daphne, we have to pay attention.
It's because it'll be if she's jumping off of something, she's going to do a springboard off of a railing or something.
Probably. Oh, all of a sudden, Fred is like a ninja with this rope and chain. Oh.
Well,
Okay.
many years of doing trapping.
Daphne's still got her boots on. Kicks the dude. Good job.
Oh, suplex.
Wrestling move.
Elbow
People's
drop.
elbow.
Oh.
That's going to be cracked. Okay, so giant Scrappy and Scooby fighting is bizarre.
It is, but I love the nose hairs. Oh, and the snot.
Ew. CG snot equally gross as real snot. Oh, oh. All right, Fred doing good with his little chain thing here. All right, back to the Daphne fight. Let's look for the shoes. This is going to bug me if I can't find it. Oh, now we're back inside again.
Well, they got to jump around. They can't give you too much.
Oh, Mary Jane's still possessed because she's got Scooby and Shaggy in chokeholds.
Oh, I'd let her choke me out.
Here's the onion breath.
Oh, no, stoner.
Uh-oh. Oh. All right, back to Daphne.
Ooh, torture rack.
Oh, oh, break her back, break her back. Oh, back inside. No. Captured again, senorita. That's like the trigger word for Daphne. It's like Darkman's trigger word of freaks. Don't tell Daphne she's a damsel in distress because that makes her flip the fuck out.
And then she'll start screaming out, Julie.
Yeah, that's just nonsense right there. Oh, he almost fell in the hole.
Okay, here it is.
Bye-bye. Okay, must not have happened yet because she still got the boots on.
Oh, okay, because that's where she jumps.
All right, luchador guy here just fell into the pool of spirits and set everybody free.
And I
You
feel
in
like,
trouble now.
ooh, that's a lot of sperm. Spiritual bukkake.
Oh, accidentally triggered the disco ball thing. Oh, everybody's
goes the
blowing
trap.
up. Yep. Everybody's spirits are going back in their bodies. I like it. I like it. Fucking die, Scrappy. What the hell?
Scrappy's not that bad. He doesn't deserve the hate.
No, he really does.
Oh, I love that.
Shaggy, you're a bad puppy. So if he takes the Damon Ritus thing off of him, now he shrinks back down to little Scrappy. Okay. Oh, cool. Oh my God.
Although I feel like Scrappy should have grown up by now.
He's never going to be bigger than 8 inches tall. Okay, so happy day. Yay, everybody's spirits are back in their bodies. Well, maybe we missed the part where her shoes changed. That's okay.
Aw, the romance.
Yep. Daphne and Fred kiss. Aww. Really? Oh. Shaggy, what the hell? Oh. Mondavarius was buried underneath. Oh, look at that beard.
Oh, he looks great like that.
Oh. Velma's friend that she made on the island is happy to see her. Oh, her hair's back to normal. She's not all sexy Velma anymore.
I miss sexy Velma.
Well, it's good to know that Mondavarius was a real person.
The smell.
Oh, Shaggy and Scooby reunited. Oh, I love you, Shaggy. Oh, I love them. Oh, Mary Jane. Oh,
They're a cute couple too.
kiss her, Shaggy. Uh-oh. Oh, sneezing.
And thank you, Scooby-Doo.
Oh. Oh, I wanted them to kiss. Oh, well.
Ah,
Now the police show up after everything's done.
that's typically how it works.
Right? Totally missed that scene with her boots changing. I'm so bummed. Something in my notes said it's around the 40-minute mark, but I did not see it. I don't know.
I was paying attention when she brought it up, but I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
It all started when I was giving a speech on my new book.
Yeah.
And
Oh, reporters showed up and they want to hear the story. Fred's like, I think Velma should take it. Aw. Did Fred learn a little something through all this?
Well, he's got to have some brains in there.
Mystery Inc.
Not many.
We've discovered that the real villain behind this mystery
Yeah.
is in fact Scrappy Cornelius Dew.
Scrappy Cornelius Dew.
Damon Rice.
Oh, his name is Cornelius, not Scooby.
Oh, okay. So I read it wrong too.
Scrappy Cornelius Dew, she just said.
Well, see, when I took down the notes,
He's
they
in a
said
dog crate. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh,
Righting wrongs.
Oh, one for all for one, Mystery Inc. Looking for clues and kicking butt. It's a good tagline.
it actually is.
Ooh, creepy doll heads. Spooky Island.
I always wondered if the cops were annoyed by the fact that it, took a group of teenagers to solve the mystery. Oh, okay.
So the credits are rolling, but we're getting an after credit scene of Scooby and Shaggy chowing down.
On peppers, hot peppers.
You're my
Would you-
best friend. Oh. Oh. Pizza.
Pizza with hot peppers. Oh,
them peppers is like hot. You think you can
Wimp.
Why don't you put your mouth where your mouth is?
Put your mouth where your mouth is.
this is the best scene of the entire movie to me.
And it's during the credits. He ate the
Yep.
whole jar. But he is CGI, so I think his stomach can handle it. Uh-oh, he's freaking out.
And the people just watching this happen, like this is a normal everyday experience.
Right? Smoke out the ears and everything. He's hitting himself in the face. That helps with hot peppers in my experience. No, not ketchup.
Ketchup does not work either.
He needs cow's milk.
Like how that tastes, man.
Cow's milk to help with the hot peppers because of the capsaicin.
Look at you being all sciencey like.
Just call me Velma. Oh no, guys, don't do it. Ah, that's funny. All right, now we're gonna get credits and music.
Yes.
One thing that I was looking for in the movie and I didn't find. Are you gonna go ahead and stop it?
We can stop it if you
Is
want
there
to.
an end credit scene?
I don't recall there being an end credit scene.
You
We
can stop. I'll let it go just in case.
Okay.
There was a part where oh no, it stopped it because it wants to automatically start Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed for me.
Future episode people, write
Yeah.
in. Tell us
No,
to watch
thank
it.
you. All right, so that's Scooby-Doo. But there was one thing I was looking for in this whole movie because I have my notes out. There's a reference to It's a Dead World After All, which is a riff on It's a Small World After All from Disneyland.
Huh.
And I didn't hear that or see that anywhere in the movie. I was looking for it.
It had to have been in the scene when they're in the castle. That's the place I would picture it being. But
Yeah,
I
it was
suppose
somewhere.
if anybody listening to this knows where it's at, comment on Facebook or something, like shoot us something to let us know if they caught it, because I'm curious now too. I never heard that.
Yep. And I forgot to mention Velma's friend is Charlie Cousins, and they don't really give him much to do in this except to kind of look like he's crushing on Velma, and at the end he's there. But I wanted a little more adult content. I wanted hookups, I wanted cleavage and marijuana stuff and everything that I just think it would have been more fun. It would have been better in my opinion.
I mean, if you want an adult Scooby-Doo, I can send you a link to a movie that I've heard about.
Well, no, I don't want porn. I don't want porn. I just wanted more adult content is all I'm saying.
Well, let's just say in that movie, when the gang splits up, it's a totally different thing.
Any other thoughts or closing remarks on Scoobert?
Bringing up how you said you want to see adult Scooby-Doo. This is for anyone who is interested in it. The movie I was talking about before, Saturday Morning Massacre. I watched
Saturday Morning Massacre.
Yes, I watched it on Tubi last Halloween, and it is basically Scooby-Doo done in an adult style, solving like ghosts and then like murder, gore, blood, sex, drugs. It's actually not bad. I mean, like I was impressed by it. It was kind of cool seeing that. I'm glad it's not the actual Scooby characters, but you kind of get an idea on like what like a real serious Scooby-Doo would be like. It's really interesting.
Okay. Well, that's all I had for my notes for this film, Scooby-Doo. Because it was a commentary, I don't have, it's a different kind of episode. I don't have 3 questions for you. So unless you have anything, I think we're done.
Being a Scooby-Doo fan, I did enjoy these movies. The cartoons are a little bit better. If you are interested in becoming a Scooby fan, a good jumping on point for me personally was the Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, Scooby-Doo Witch's Ghost, and then the series Scooby-Doo Mystery Inc. 2 seasons, brilliant show. I highly, highly recommend people watching that.
Where are you watching all of this, or do you own this stuff?
I own
on
it.
Physical. Okay.
I own it physical, but it is on HBO Max if you want to check it out. Or currently, Boomerang is still an app at the moment. I think it's like $3.99 a month. Great content for cartoons. If you're into like old cartoons, some of the newer ones, good app to have.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, I own Scooby-Doo and Monsters Unleashed on DVD, and I have the original series, all 3 seasons on DVD as well. But beyond that, I don't think I've ever ventured to watch any of the other content.
They've all got something to basically kind of add to the mythos, and they're all fun. I mean, the Scooby-Doo movies were really fun. That's when you got all the guest stars, Don Knotts, like I said, Cass Williams, Dick Van Dyke was on it. You got a lot of big name stars at the time, and it was fun. It was an hour, which was a little weird for a cartoon, but it's a lot of fun. The Three Stooges episode, hilarious.
I would imagine, yeah.
The only issue is they have not ever released the crossover with the Addams Family.
Oh my gosh, that's a thing?
Yes, due to copyright issues, and it is a very, very rare episode to find. If anybody out there listening has a copy or knows where I can find it and wants to hit me up with that, please let me know, because I would love to see that episode again. I loved it as a kid.
All right. Well, everybody, please stay tuned for after this segment wraps. We will give the tag with all of our socials and how to reach out to us and interact with us. And thank you for joining me for this commentary. Hopefully this was fun for you, and hopefully it'll be fun for the listeners.
This was really unusual. It was weird. I liked it, but it was weird.
So I guess on that note, we will see you all next time. Goodbye.
I'll have whatever he's having. Are you challenging me? Maybe. Pull my finger. Uh-oh, too late. You're in trouble. Oh, boy. I'm not stopping till your fur's singed off.
We're here to solve a mystery.
Hey listeners, Movie Miss here, saying we know you have a lot of options when it comes to podcasts, so we want to thank you so much for listening to ours. Please make sure to find us on our socials and join us. Be part of our bad movie conversations. We want to chat with you. We're on Facebook with an official page, as well as a Let's Talk Turkeys discussion group where you can talk with other like minded individuals who like bad movies. We're on Instagram at Let's Talk Turkeys. Our Twitter handle is at Gobble Podcast. That's GOBBLEPODCAST. And of course, you can always email us direct. We would love to get suggestions from you of movies you would like us to cover. If you want to be a guest on the show, we would love that. So directly, that's Let's Talk Turkeys, all one word, at yahoo.com.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.